what am I supposed to be doing that, as you said so eloquently, that I love to do? I love to encourage people. I love, as Derek said, I can call out the very genius of someone else. Mm-hmm. And tell them. One lady came on our show, shout out to Ella May's Creation. Yeah. She was a listener, and she was like, well, I do pyrography. And I was like, what is that? So she explained it, and then she sent Lloyd this cutting board of the New York Giants on a cutting board that she made with her pyrography. And I said, you made that? And she's like, yeah. I was like, why aren't you doing anything with that? She said, because I don't think I'm good enough. And I was like, are you kidding me? Let's go. So I had to come on, we was, featuring it on the show. She started a Facebook business page, and then she starts, I'm like an archer. I put people in position to shoot out in whatever direction they need to go in, because I can see the gift and I can see the genius and say, let's go. But for myself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think Lloyd and Derek were saying as well, is that we're like, okay, but for myself, you're like, okay, now I don't know why they're saying it, because these guys, the genius in them, we don't have enough time on the podcast to talk about the genius in Derek and Lloyd and Unc and Al and LeBaron. Yeah. The genius in all of them. But, like I said, I was at the school feeling like, man,
But let me interrupt you right there. And this is the part where I'm going to we're probably going to all be crying at the end of this thing. Since Unc and Gay have already done, I might as well join the thing. The best part of us launching into this, because we launched the company right after we read the book. We relaunched the company. I'll say it that way. Because we had kind of put the brakes on it, and then we said, no, this is what we're supposed to be doing. This is our zone of genius. What I did not realize, Gay, and what the book helped me realize is to finally truly understand the totality of the genius of my wife. She is brilliant. Yeah. And I've known that, but I didn't know her lane. I wasn't sure, because she would talk about this and she talk about that, and I want to do this and I want to do that. And in my mind, I'm like, I don't know what that looks like. And then after reading the book and going through the understanding together, it got me to the place like, this is what she's supposed to be doing. And so when she talked about she's shooting the arrow, she's right. She's brilliant. She was the one that said, we got to get him on the show. And I'm like, well, I mean, we're just getting going. I don't know that we got to get him on the show. It's got to happen. I got to make it happen. And she was determined to make it happen. And so for me, the company's worth it just to see her walk into her destiny like this.
That's such a beautiful thing. I appreciate that so much, and I appreciate you, Kenyatta, and I so much want you to fully live into that genius and celebrate it and have it right there in your heart and soul 28 hours a day.
Gay, you got me on here crying. Thanks, Gay.
But I feel the same sense of indebtedness to my wife, Katie, too. I count the day I met her 41 years ago as a day that my genius went like this, because to have two people in a relationship, both of us wanting to support the other person's genius and wanting to have ours be done, it's the best feeling in the world.
It's that time of year as college basketball takes center stage with the tournament finally upon us. What's going on, y'all? It's your man, Lloyd Spence. And if you're looking to wager this year, BetOnline is the #1 spot for all your updated odds and info, along with great contests, including the bracket contest, where you have a chance to take home the top prize. So head over to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, to get started. BetOnline is your continued source for all your sports wagering needs, including live betting and your favorite Vegas casino games. It's BetOnline where the game starts. Happy March Madness.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this move in the back of a can. You can make it round the world when it holds in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World. Welcome to Talkin NOIZ, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin NOIZ himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. NOIZ, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother NOIZ, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle NOIZ, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. The real truth while having real fun. Talkin NOIZ is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin NOIZ.
can bring your kids today. Yo, we got a burner for y'all today, man. Man, I am excited. We got my frat in the building. Aulsondro Hamilton, aka EmceeNice, is in the building. Y'all give it up.
What's going down?
What is going down, my brother? What is up?
Oh man, you know, life. You know what I'm saying? Out
Life
here
is
living.
listen, life is treating you right, my guy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if blessing was a person, I'm just saying, man, you out here living your best right now. How you feeling?
You know, man, blessed and highly favored. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, you know, just, you know, making things happen, not just for myself, but for the kingdom, you know. So I represent, you know, I'm a faith walker, you know what I mean? So me and Jesus, we go everywhere. And yeah, man, so I'm out here for the kingdom and the culture and just, you know, doing my purpose.
I love it, man. I love it. Listen, man, we normally do a call to worship on our show. You know, we have our little white organist to come play for us.
Oh my God.
He tears it up, man. Every day he tears it up. But today we going a different route. I'm going a different route. So hold on, let me get this right here.
Oh, you were there with it?
Yo, what up? Your boys in the building. Y'all ready for that, Jesus? We got my man EmceeNice in the building. Let's get it popping, y'all. Let's go. Grab your church fans, grab your programs. Let's get on in. I think I messed up my hat here. It ain't quite popping like it. But I'm just saying, we ready. Let's go.
We ready.
I had to give it a different flavor today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Have you heard my Frat record though, right?
No, I have not heard.
Oh man, I got a series of Frat records out. One of them is called Sigma.
Is that right now?
It's out. It's been out for a minute. Sigma State of Mind. It's on. Just look at it on YouTube real quick. It's a dope video, and even for the Zetas, I got a record for the Zetas. I got a record for the Sigmas. I got several records for the Sigmas, but in fact, it was included. If you ever watched the Sigma documentary, right? I don't know if you ever seen that. Yeah, my record opens up the documentary.
That was you.
Yeah. And then my song closes the documentary.
Hold on, man. How did I slip on that? Because that's what we should have opened with. What am I doing?
It's all good.
Hold on.
Miss Spence, was that you in the beginning? Nice. Yeah, that's me.
What we're gonna do right here, we're gonna remind you of what it's all about.
Oh, we gotta open it. We got a new call to worship.
Oh, now he gonna incorporate that.
I don't even understand what's about to happen. Y'all,
yeah, but he ain't even heard the record yet.
I'm slipping, Frat. I'm slipping. That's my fault. I blame me and I blame production. That's our fault. So let's go all the way back then. First of all, how did you get started in Christian hip hop?
Well, I started out as a Christian rapper in the 90s, right? And so when I started, though, the church wasn't really checking for Christian rap
at all.
What? They was, in fact, they told me I was doing the devil's music and that, and they shunned it and
big time
and pushed me out of the church. And my thing was, I'm making, my lyrics is Lord based, God based. Everything is about God. I said, you guys changed all the worship songs. There wasn't no worship and praise in the 20s.
Right.
The 30s. Y'all wasn't singing the records that you're doing now back then. I said, so why is it that, why can't music evolve? This is the trend. These are the trends and things that the people in my age bracket at the time was listening to. So they're not listening to you come in, oh Lord, kumbaya.
Right.
To that, right? And so, but they insisted that I was doing the devil's music. And so I left the church and then ended up going into music, where I became a member of the first Latin rap group in the history of rap music to hit the Billboard charts, called A Lighter Shade of Brown.
Yeah, man.
Oh, snap.
Right.
Yeah, man.
so Lighter Shade of Brown, we came out, we did some good things, and then we put out the greatest hits, and then I had to reinvent myself. And when I reinvented myself, I joined a group called Kansas Cali, and we became producers and rappers and singers, and so we ended up producing Pac, Nas, Casey and Joe, Aaron Hall. So it was when I started, because that was the question. So when I started, church wasn't checking for that. It was about 2017 where I came full circle, and God was like, "Yo, now that you done learned the music business, now that you done learned it as an artist, as a producer, as an executive, because I was once a vice president over at a label on Warner Brothers and Universal. So he's like, I need you to take your talents to Christian hip hop. And I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. Mind you, I had just came out with a record with the actress Stacey Dash. You know what I'm saying? Before the whole Obama situation.
Yeah.
And Russell Simmons co-signed the record, like we was on our way.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I need you to go and do this for me. And I was like, okay. I was
like, for real, Lord?
Yeah, but keep in mind, mind you, prior to doing so, I had been on the Billboard charts, but it was just more like the introductory charts, and I think I got to like number 8, right? Yeah. But then once I went over to Christian hip hop, I hit the Billboard charts with 5 number 1 records. You see, wow. And so 5 number 1, including the number 1 gospel album. So when you think about just the number 1 gospel album, you had Marvin Sapp, Kurt.
Yeah.
You had all of them, and here's this independent rap dude come in, and shoot to the top. And that's
like Chance the Rapper. You the Chance the Rapper of Christian hip hop.
Yeah, I just need his pockets though. I need his pockets.
Right. I need that to work out. Come on.
Yeah, I need come on. Yeah, I need favor to my way. Yeah. So but yeah, that's pretty much how I started.
When you look at your entire journey, like you said, you worked with everybody, man. Pac, you worked with Jodeci. I mean, parts of Jodeci, Casey, all that.
Yeah.
When you look at that aspect of it, man, do you see how all of that kind of influence where you are now and the message that you're putting forth now? Because you, like you said, you've seen it all at this point. So there's nothing you missed. And you can tell the whole story to like even these young kids now. You can say to them, "Hey, listen, this industry is a little different than what you think it is." Like, do that and do that.
Yeah, I mentor the kids already. So I'm a part of a foundation, the ITL Foundation in LA, and it's information technology and literacy, right? And so at the end of the day, it's all about being informed. And I do my best to go out and inform, kids, because not just with with Jodeci and Aaron Hall and all that, but I also was a part of 6 motion picture soundtracks. One on one an Oscar, a movie called Crash, right?
Yeah, I remember Crash.
I also did the theme song for the NBA in 2010 with Mark Cuban, right? I also worked with Prince. My group redid Pop Life, and it was the first record chosen by Prince to go on his tribute to Prince album. It never came out because he died, but I'm sure eventually it's going to happen. So, I come out when I talk to the youth, I'm like, yo, it's not just about getting the record off, because you can get the record off, but you're not going to make no money. So it's about how do you capitalize on the popularity into other things that's going to help sustain you. So that's one of the things when it comes to the music business is that, you can be hot, but it's how do you sustain that? I came out in 94.
Yeah.
I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people may not know me, but you heard my records. You know what I'm saying? How many people didn't hear Tupac's Thug's Mansion?
Yeah.
Acoustic version. That's my record.
That's you.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's records out there that you go, oh, I had no idea.
I had no idea. Yeah.
But I'm still here. I'm still sustaining. And I'm still teaching, but I'm still growing at the same time. So when people hear me, like my name used to be Novelist, but EmceeNice, MC representing lyricist, Nice is novelist is constantly evolving. So I'm evolving every day. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing. I'm a lyricist that's constantly evolving and at the same time helping others along the way.
Wow. Man, what a journey, man. I look at where you are, man, and where you've been, and the thing that gets me is, and I don't know if you'll probably appreciate this, but I don't know if people will understand it. I don't think people understand the mud you got to crawl through to make that journey. They don't understand how hard it is and how many sacrifices have to be made to do what you're doing or what you've done.
Yeah, that's because you got to have real thick skin.
Yeah, man.
But at the same time, you got to know that you're gonna lose more than you're gonna win, an extreme amount.
So
Right?
how do you keep going in that? How do you keep going with when knowing that? Because you like I said, people don't get that part of it.
We built well. When you're a Sigma, you built different. So
We built different. Let's start with that. Let's start. First of all, pledge the right fraternity.
Right there. Let's start there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just that, yeah, when you have that mental fortitude. So I grew up in a single parent household. My mom's, was there and watched her struggle and watched her, hold down 3 jobs, 4 jobs, trying to make ends meet, and then, having to go a couple months with just candles, no electricity because we couldn't pay the bill. You know what I'm saying? Or eating beans and rice for like a month straight because we couldn't really afford no food. So, when I think about, getting ahead, I think about those things. My mother passed away 6 months ago. You know what I'm saying? And but the beauty about it is she got to see the success. So when we won the Stellar Award, she was there in person. You know what I'm saying? She got to go see all of her favorite gospel stars, and so it was one of those things she got to live at when I first came on BET. You know what I mean? She got to see that, and everybody's like, yo, Aulsondro's on BET. You know what I mean? So that made her feel good because she was my first manager. You see what I'm saying? So she seen the talent when we was young. My brother, Anthony, he was killed in 2002. But we, as young, we used to perform for the apartments. We're rappers. We used to be rappers. At the time, they had milk crates. We used to set up the milk crates, get on the milk crates and perform Run DMC for the kids, and they would give us candy. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, it was just one of those things, man. So the motivation and the drive come from that. It come from, okay, if I can help somebody supersede that process, then why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first of all, let me send my condolences to you and your family on the loss of your mom. Unfortunately, I'm in that club, have been a member since 2006. It's the worst club on planet Earth, but you got some people out here that got your back and understand what you are going through. And I will say this to you, my frat and my brother in Christ, it gets easier. It never gets easy.
Right.
But it will get easier as the days and months and years go by. You'll be able to tolerate some things, but that first year is terrible. I'll just tell you. It's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. It really is. But man, so I'm always inspired by people who have this kind of tenacity, who see the journey and they know they're carving out a different path. Because this is a different path. This is not conventional in any way, and yet you still hack away at it, even in the ebbs and flows. What advice do you give artists in the? Because it's easy to get excited when the highs come, like you said, Thug Mansion and you're on Netflix and all those things. But man, what do you tell them when the phone is not ringing as much, or when the song you just spent hours producing doesn't quite hit like you thought? What do you tell them in those moments?
I always say my motto is, for any great achievement, someone has to be the first to do it. So why not you? Right. So at the end of the day, and then I always say, if you strive for perfection, you limit your mistakes. Right. So at the end of the day, I constantly stay striving for perfection. I constantly
write that down. I like that.
I like that. Let me go ahead and add that to the vocabulary. Add that. Yeah. That's it. So, so for me, at the end of the day, that's what it's about. I think about things. There was a show on the History Channel. I think it's the food that made America, right?
Yeah.
Right. So when you think about that, where's the black foods at? What, you know what I'm saying? So I'm all about generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? How can I build situations that outlive me and outlive my sons and outlive they sons and they sons? You know what I'm saying? So when you think about it, at the end of the day, it's where's the Wrigley's for us? Where's the Campbell's for us? The
Yeah.
Bowens, the
Yeah.
McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? We don't
Yeah.
have that. We can say Obama, but he's wealthy, but he was just he was a president. But at the end of the day, does his legacy carry on through Sasha and Malia? We
Yeah.
can't say the Winfreys because when Oprah go, her money gonna go with her. Unfortunately,
Right.
when the foundation runs out, whoever takes over the foundation and they kill all that money, you know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah.
what? We can't say the Jacksons because look what's happening. The we can't maybe the Jordans, but I don't know. The only closest thing to that is B and J. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
think about it. So for me, I'm all about one, I want to reestablish performing arts schools, right? Independent of state funding. So my whole objective is to become a multi-billionaire so that I can put performing arts schools around the country that are independent of state funding so they don't get closed down and we get to reinstall the arts back to the kids. Because what's wrong is they don't have nothing to do. So we're going to give them something to do. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so, as you stating, is like, what do I tell them? I tell them this: the youth that wants to be artists. It's a business terminology called SWOT, SWOT, which is the SWOT analysis, right?
Right.
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Right.
So I
Right.
said, take the SWOT analysis and put that on yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are the opportunities that you may have missed that can take advantage of, or what are the threats that are imposing you? Now take that SWOT and make it applicable to your business or to your song, for instance. So if you're a musician, what is the strength of your beat? What is the weaknesses of your beat? Can it compete with what's out there? What are the opportunities? Go into the genre as far as R&B or hip hop. You know what I'm saying? What are the strengths? Who runs that? Who controls that? Who doesn't? Who's the weak? You know what I'm saying? When you do those things, you can be very, very, very successful because now you have already put the SWOT analysis on it. So you thoroughly got an understanding of how everything works and you can put forth a plan that's going to help you be successful. I've been in the music business since 94.
Yeah.
5 number one records in 2017 and just got 2 more number ones, in 22.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's not because I'm the most talented. It's because I swatted the whole situation and I have an understanding of how to apply myself to become successful. All you need is a good 1,000 people to get behind you.
Oh, say that again. Explain that. That's interesting.
All you need is a good 1,000 people to get behind you. And like that's devout. That's wholeheartedly. Because those are the ones that can carry you over and keep you sustained forever.
Wow.
1,000.
I don't think people see it that way. I think people see a million. They be like, I gotta have a million people, followers.
Yeah, but imagine if you had 1,000 people that's devoted, right? They buy your posters, they buy your CDs, they buy your whatever. You can easily make 100,000 a month.
Wow.
You see?
That makes it a lot more obtainable for people.
Right.
When you say it that way.
When you break down the numbers, that's what you need, man. And then, because to get $1 million, once you get to $1 million, it's just nothing but paper transaction. It ain't you don't physically walk around with $1 million.
Exactly.
You know it's just you looking at the numbers on your bank account going, hey, there's $1 million right there.
Right.
And then what? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
at the end of the day, if you can make 10,000, 20,000 a month, that's a great living.
Yeah. No doubt.
Know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah, that's what I tell, for the youth, for any great achievement, someone has to be the first to do it. So why not you?
I know we got more to talk about as far as all things you got going on. You got a ton of stuff going on. But I do want to touch this because you mentioned it earlier in the interview. You started out in Christian hip hop. You left Christian hip hop. You came back to Christian hip hop. Coming back to Christian hip hop, what has the church's response been like this second time around?
It's still the same, because the thing about it is, but I'm just a lot more tolerable and I'm unrelenting when it comes to faith, right? So even when when the records did its things, I still had the church heads like, well, here's this rap, this rap is here and this, that, and the third, and then And then you go to these events and people are just like, hey, how you doing? Hey, whatever, right? But nobody's really embracing. So when I felt like when you go into the church, the faith, like you're supposed to be embraced. Like this is supposed to be the house of love, the worship where
You would
nobody,
think.
no matter who you are, what you've been through, like you fighting for your life. So let me help you fight for your life.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But that's not it's the gospel music business is a little more detrimental than the secular music business. You know what I'm saying? Only
Wow.
because it's a small environment and everybody wants to be the top dog. And I just want to come in and help. You know what I'm saying? And then, you get that. But it comes with the territory. So I just know that, at the end of the day, Jesus went out there. He got jacked up by his own peoples, but he
Yeah.
still loved them. You know what I'm saying? He still gave his life. So at the end of the day, for me, it's like you can be who you want to be. I'm still gonna be a reflection of Christ. And that when it's all said and done, you have to answer for that, not me.
Man, that's
I want to say
Mama.
in the chat, it was well, not the chat, inbox. Sometimes people anonymously send stuff in the inbox instead of in the chat.
We the show broadcasts all these different groups and stuff, and so we be getting messages from everywhere. So it's weird.
So the question was, or they said, so you did a voiceover. You're a voiceover artist for the Jammies.
Yeah, that's my cartoon.
That's his show. Yeah,
that's my one is my cartoon. So
yeah.
I'm one of the creators. There's two of us, and I play the voice of Novelist in that character. But we got some real good actors. We got Kel Mitchell, we got Darius McCrary, we got Uncle Phil before he passed away, Debo before he passed away. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of artists. Curtis Blow is in there. It's a real good cartoon. It was the first African American animated music series that was on Netflix. We are now on Amazon Prime and a few others. But yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So yeah.
Have you noticed that that particular industry used to be the black and brown used to be non-existent in that industry, but then all of a sudden a wave of celebrities are all now checking for being a voiceover on.
Yeah, but it's not all of a sudden though. I'm gonna give you some numbers.
Okay, so, talk to me.
Nielsen puts out this rating that the African American buying consumer is at $2 trillion, right? And by 2024, it's supposed to be 2.3 or 2.4 trillion dollars. So when you think about who's buying, it's the African American consumer is buying. So once networks realize that, they go, oh, we need to put in black shows because they're buying merch. That's why you're seeing the Blackish and then all Empire and Power and all of these things is because they realized we were the buying consumer, right? Why do you think they brought the Proud Family back? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't because, because Disney wasn't really feeling that. But now they brought it back because that's what's happening. Ludacris got to cartoon. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's a lot more urban cartoons that are now in the marketplace because we buy. And when but the problem is we don't buy from us. We need to get past that part where we come in, you know what I mean? Support.
Right.
We support others putting out African American stuff, but won't support an African American and putting out African American stuff.
But see, I know you're right. I think the direction I'm talking about is that there were a lot of cartoons or anime or whatever. They've been out for a long time, but a lot of the black characters weren't even black voiceovers. I mean, actors. They weren't even black actors.
That's because they're trying to they wanted to be more authentic, right? They wanted to be authentically black. We went to a particular network one time with my cartoon, and they was like, yeah, we just need them to be a little blacker. We were like, what? How much blacker can you get? Is black people doing it? You know what I'm saying? Black voices? Like, how much? What are we supposed to
What does that mean?
Oh, because the kids are from the suburbs and not the hood. They sing, dance, and rap. They go to a performing arts school. What we supposed to make them thugs? What we're supposed to do as a cartoon? So it was interesting, but that was the message that went around the industry was that they needed them to be a lot more African American, if you know what I'm saying.
Wow.
I don't even know what that means.
How do you sit in the room and say that to somebody? Boy, that's
Yeah, but you know, and it's cold because I had to sit there and just be like, oh well, you know, it gets no blacker than us. We hip hop heads coming in with a hip hop cartoon.
I mean,
Like,
I don't understand.
and full of slang. Yo, what up? That's what? You know what I mean? We had all the slang in there, so I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Wow, that's you said a nerve of some people.
Frat, I want to ask you a question about your book. Now, the title. Now, I'm gonna just say, the first, you know, when I read the title, I was like, you know, oh no, oh my goodness.
What's wrong with the title?
I mean, it starts out as 50 Shades. I mean, that's
of love, though, of love.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, when you see the 50 Shades, you just like,
hey,
love, though.
Hey, I didn't tell you to think that way. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, no, you didn't, but you know.
Well, listen, first of all, let's take the stigma off. Ain't nothing wrong with you and your wife thinking that way. What y'all do in y'all room is y'all business. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, Fred,
yeah. Well,
what we talking about is, sir?
Yeah, so 50 Shades of Love, right? So
yeah,
you know, I'm an acronym dude. So you know, NICE, NICE, LOVE, love, learning our various emotions, right? So I feel like in order to love someone, you have to be committed to learning that person. Not just committed to learning, but learning everything that governs that person. So when I say learning our various emotions, I want to know what makes you smile, why you get sad, why you don't, because we evolve every day. Right? You may not like spaghetti tomorrow, but love it today. And if you don't like it tomorrow, am I supposed to be upset that you changed? You know what I'm saying? So I always say, when you stop loving, you stop learning. And when you stop learning, you stop loving, right? My theory has always been most men is mental and physical, and most women are emotional and spiritual. So at the end of the day, the heads are always colliding because one fails to understand one another. But if you take the time to understand that, okay, I need to be a little more emotional and spiritual, and then vice versa, she needs to be a little more physical and mental, you can therefore compromise and find that. So with 50 Shades of Love, I wrote 50 pieces of poetry. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be 50 books that come out, and they're all going to be shades. So like 50 Shades of Love, learning our various emotions is the first one. The next one's going to be 50 Shades of Love, the art of communication. Because once you start to love, now you need to be able to communicate with each other, whether it's verbal or nonverbal, because both of them, you know, are important when it comes to that. So I walk you through the chapters is LOVE, and then learning our various emotions, right? I walk you through those process, you know, and it's pretty much, it was like one of the ones where some dudes may not know how to express themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they can probably pick up that book and be like, yeah, I'm gonna spit this one to her. You know what I'm saying? But then females will get the book, right? So, you know, then women to get the book and be like, oh, I wish somebody would say this to me, or, oh, I wish, you know what I'm saying? I wish, but so at the end of the day, for me, that was the reason behind it, because one, I wanted to be non-traditional, you know, when it came to doing things. I tend to do things non-traditionally, so that's
typically it seems like there's a pattern that is developed here.
Right. The fact that you're even talking about emotions, I only remember one book in the past 10 or 20 years that is a black man talking about some emotions.
Yeah, but we got to get out of that stigma. So, you know, that's why I was like, yo, I created the book. I also put out an audio book for those that don't want to read. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get this work. You know what I'm saying?
You'll get all this work. I like it. I like it. That's actually, there's a good question that came in on the chat from Darlene Swain. She said, not necessarily related to music, but she said, how do you feel about D9 members denouncing their affiliations to the organization because they say it's against God?
Yeah,
but good question.
I mean,
good question.
I mean, we in America, right? We in the United States. The United States is a part of the world. All of them is against God. I mean, if you think about it, there's no form. It's not about it's not based on God, even though all the rules that was written, you know what I'm saying, was written by man. First off, let's start there. God, you know, that's why it's always say to walk by faith and not by sight. Right? Because at the end of the day, man created these rules. When the Bible was created with Constantine, he was a ruler.
Right.
So
Right.
let's start there. And then when it was recreated with King James, he was a ruler who was a homosexual ruler at that.
Right.
Right. So and then so when those words start spreading, people start changing them up. Then you start getting the devotional, and then the new devotional, and then they start taking out the old English. So at the end of the day, it's like you denouncing your faith, then you must, if you denounce in D9, which is a derivative of the world, because and when you think about United Nations and you think about other countries, they all fall under the same thing. We have counties, we have cities, we have states, then we have the United States. So everybody they all follow up. I always say the one common denominator to all the religions, even the atheists, they all look up. Right? The atheists look up to L. Ron Hubbard. You know what I'm saying? L. Ron says, well, is he God? We all look up to something. So at the end of the day, for me, you can denounce whatever you want to denounce, but you don't really know who the historians are. That's why it's walking by faith. You don't know who wrote that book you reading. Yeah. You know what I mean? I have to believe because that's the way I feel. I feel God in me. So when I read these words, that's what I feel. Right? But at the end of the day, it's still written by man. Religion was created by man. So if you're a Catholic, ain't that against the religion? I mean, ain't that against God? If you're a Baptist, ain't that against God? If you're a Lutheran, ain't that against God? But if you say that, then all of a sudden people, oh, you're not a believer. But I'm like, I'm a real believer. Man created religion.
Frat, it's funny to me when I hear people denounce the D9 because normally they're sitting in their church holding a latte when they do it. And so it's like, bro, you don't even hear the words that are coming out of your own mouth at this point. Right. You can stick your stake in wherever you want to, and I'm not going to fight you on what you want to feel, but look at the whole board. Before you denounce whatever you're going to denounce or look at the whole board. And then you'll see that it ain't quite what, like you said, it's not quite what you think it is. And so it's all flawed. All of it's flawed. So it's not really worth the argument to get in with somebody if they want to denounce it. And that's what makes them sleep better at night. God bless you.
But I always say at the end of the day, what are you denouncing though? Tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe it's your traumatic experience you might have had pledging. Maybe
normally that's what it is.
You know what I'm saying? So,
or maybe it's all that drinking you did after you pledged.
Right, but then when you look at, I just take Sigmas for instance. When you look at the original founders and what they stood for, this was about unity. This is about helping the community evolve. You know what I'm saying? And brothers coming together with like minds to do so. So if you're denouncing, what? Brotherhood, scholarship, and service? You denouncing that? Yeah. Because, you know what I'm saying? So when people denounce, it's like, okay, what is the basis on that? It normally comes from personal frustrations or things that have happened. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then go ahead.
What I saw with a lot of the different sorors and different groups that we have is that they're like, okay, if that's the way you feel, why you got to make a video about it and post it on YouTube? Why you have to say, just want you to know that this video means I'm denouncing, it's like, okay, if that's your personal choice, that's your personal choice of what you want to do. Okay. But why you got to be demonstrative about it?
Because misery loves company. And if I'm hurting and I'm disappointed and I whatever I went through in my experience, I don't want to have that experience by myself. So I want to bring others along with me to have that same experience.
Or they low key want the fame.
And right, that's exactly. That's
you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't need to make a video to be like, I can just stop messing with you, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but why make a video? Because I want the attention.
Of course.
To be like, oh, sis, or oh, bro, why you doing that? And and then all of a sudden, it becomes the topic, and then who knows what happens after that. But the bottom line is, if you denounce in D9, you might as well denounce the United States, denounce the cities that you in, denounce the companies that you, because guess what? Some of the companies you work for don't allow you to praise God openly. You know what I'm saying? So are you going to denounce them too? You know what I mean?
Right.
You going to quit? You know what I'm saying? So,
well, listen, the one thing that fascinates me about you, in addition to what you're doing in what you've done and are doing in music, and you're part of the Frat and you're writing books, but somehow in the midst of all this, you've had time to be station manager, program director of the year. Shout out to the Spin Awards, Radio Man of the Year, and also right now in the midst of being nominated for another Stellar Award. How's that feel, man?
It feels good. You know what I'm saying? At the sense, because in order to progress, in order to progress, our culture, you have to be a reflection. Like I want to be a reflection of progression. You know what I mean? Where I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I'm not advocating against anybody who does. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, me personally, I live my life, in that vein, and I want it to be a reflection of not only Christ but of success. So for me, it's great. And with the station, it's called God's House of Hip Hop Radio. We're the second largest station on the Dash radio platform. You can get it on Dash, and we've been nominated for 4 Stellar. This will be the 4th Stellar Award, right? So, Lord willing, 11. We nominated for 11 Spin Awards. Won, I think, 7 of them. You know what I'm saying? So, God's House of Hip Hop Radio on Dash, with powered by Dash Radio is the vibe, and so I'm excited. I'm excited about all those things to come, and then the beauty about it is I get to transition into some things that I love doing. So, for instance, you see the Stellars, you see the radio, the Spin Awards, and all that good stuff. But I don't know if you've seen my latest post where I got seasonings out.
Well, listen, I was getting to that because I'm saying, okay, your plate's pretty full.
I mean,
so when did you have time to put some seasoning together, bro? Seasoning.
Well, that's just the prelude to what's being announced this week, next week, which is my own cooking show. So, yeah. So I got a cooking show where it's gonna be me and a DJ in the kitchen, and I'm gonna just be cooking up some of my favorite get downs, whether it be my Cali brioche French toast to my golden double fried potatoes. I don't know if you've seen online. You might have seen my my lemon pepper brown butter garlic shrimp. That's online right now. You know what I mean?
I'm here for it.
And so my seasoning is Nice Blend, and it's going to be introduced on you like that, right? Nice Blend.
Nice Blend. Okay.
You are nothing if not on brand. You know what I'm saying? Frat is always on brand. So, that is always going to be where he's at with it.
Yeah, Nice Blend. So so the TV show is coming. We start filming in a couple of weeks, and it's going to shock some people. It's gonna shock some people especially with my Cali mac and cheese. Well, there you go. Look at that, Nice Blend.
Where are we gonna be able to pick this up at?
Yeah, well, there's breaking news will be coming shortly, and I'll tell everybody where they can get it. Yeah.
All right. I mean, we like breaking news.
I mean, see, this is the part. This is the part, Fred. You got your finger over in so many different pies. Okay. What does this say that you were or you are a member of the voting for the Grammys?
Yeah, I am. I'm a voting member of the Grammys. I was also on select committees that went to Congress to advocate on behalf of music rights. So, like a lot of music you was hearing on the radio, artists weren't getting paid. It'd be penny, not even a penny. It'd be like 0.1. So you would need 1 million spins to probably make $10, right? And so we wanted to stop that. You know what I mean?
For
like
real?
Even with Spotify only paying, like if you get 1 million streams, you're only gonna get 1,000, maybe $1,000.
Yeah, pathetic. It's very pathetic.
So I always been one of the ones that advocate where I'd rather for 1,000 people to buy my album at, than to get 1 million streams.
Right.
So 1 million streams versus 1,000 albums, I'd take that all day. Yeah, 1,000 albums, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm a member of the Recording Academy, which does the Grammys. I'm also a member of SAGMA, which is the Stellar Awards. I'm a member of the Gospel Music Association, which is the Dove Awards, and I'm also an NAACP. I say NCAA because of the right. So NAACP, which is the Image Awards. So I try to be a part and encourage those to be a part because we can help shape, shape that. You see what happens with it is when we step out to vote, because they always been against, African Americans voting. Don't vote. Yeah, it ain't worth it. But then when we show up, people get elected. You see what I'm saying? And so it's no different in the Grammys. People keep saying, well, why they keep doing this? Well, because none of y'all is in there. Music, because the Grammys is it's a members only situation. So whenever the Grammy Awards is presented every year, it's voted by the members. The public don't have no say in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they came out with the People's Choice Awards, because the people wanted to do, their own situations. But the Grammys, they ain't no saying that. It's not based on sales. The Grammys is actually supposed to be based on how well your album sounds. So think about when Esperanza Spalding won Best
I remember that. Who
did she beat out? Justin Bieber.
Yeah, it was an upset, like a huge upset. Yeah. One of the biggest all time.
Right, because she had her album it sounded incredible.
Sonically
Grammys has always been based on who has the best sounding album, not who's the most popular.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
That's why you see the phonograph representing sound.
Right.
Wow, I'm blown away because I didn't know that. I really when she did win, I was like, where'd she come from? I mean,
am I doing you a disservice, Mama Noise, because I knew that, so I apologize.
No,
I feel like I'm doing you a disservice.
Yeah, but keep in mind though, Esperanza was working with Prince.
Yeah.
Right.
See, so it ain't like she just came from out of
Right.
nowhere.
Right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the selections of people that was in that particular category, you like Esperanza,
Yeah, did she come from out of nowhere, or did you just not listen to jazz?
I was gonna say, if you're a jazz person, you're a jazz person, you knew what she was. Yeah, if you're a jazz person, you knew what she was. But we would listen. The jazz community was like, about time, we were
right.
But the rest of the world was like, who? Like, so I get it. But the same thing happened with Alabama Shakes when they won that year.
Yeah,
everybody's like, nobody knew who they were, and everybody that listens, because I listen to a lot of different stuff. And so when they won, I was like, yeah, that's about right, because that's a bad sister over there. She cold. So I love it, man, that you have your hands. And now let me ask you this though, because you said you wrote a book about 50 Shades of Love. Is there a source of inspiration where you're able to test this out?
Well, the thing about it is, yes, it's through relationships, right? Past relationships or future relationships or future feelings. So it's like, I put a lot of truth in that. And then I put a lot of, non-truth in that. You know what I'm saying? Only because at the end of the day, it's where I may want to go, or where or what I envision, or what I've already done. And what
listen, we're gonna get inboxes, man. Don't stop beating around the bush, Frat. We're gonna get inboxes. Is Frat single? Is he saying I didn't get this? He was saying so. You don't know. There might be a soror. There might inbox.
Well, I'm out here pushing for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here pushing for the kingdom. I'm fulfilling my purpose. So the bottom line is, God, was it Jeremiah 29:11? For I know the plan I have for you, saith the Lord, and that's the plan for good and not evil, so that you should not perish but have an everlasting life. God has a plan for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that was a good answer. That was a good answer. That was a good, safe answer.
You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, I'm out here, fulfilling my purpose.
Oh, listen. That was a good answer, Fred. I ain't gonna hold you. That was a good answer. So, ladies, if you ever feel your purpose, don't even inbox us.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well,
don't even inbox us. We start with that, and then maybe we might push your information along. But we gonna vet everybody.
I'm not doing.
I'm just saying. They gonna hit you up. They gonna hit you up. They always hit you up.
But see, I don't want the the responsibility of trying to push along somebody and then they don't,
The man got 9 jobs. He can handle it.
Oh,
he can handle it. He can handle it. It ain't no problem for him. He can handle it.
Okay.
Jack, what album should we be pushing right now?
Well, my new album out is Iron Dove, The Blessed Coast. So Iron Dove then my singles off of that is Yeah, featuring Jared Burton, and For the Glory featuring Phil J. So the reason for Iron Dove is because, Dove represents hope, along with Phi Beta Sigma in the building. You see people, that's my double entendre, you know what I mean?
Come on now.
But it's like I'm Iron Hope, right? And I'm on the blessed coast, as I call it, the West Coast, because I'm on the West Coast, so it's the blessed coast, right? And so it's a trilogy, actually 3 acts. So the first act is the blessed coast. The second act is 1919, which is based on the book of Revelations 19, and it's about going to war with the culture and different things of when they went to when the war took place. And then act 3 is called Kumbaya, which is now that we done all had this little fight, let's come together and and worship and praise like we should. So it's going to be a lot of unique things, and these are my last 3 albums, by the way. So
Whoa.
Yeah, because I'm going
What do you mean?
I'm going full time in the television, going full time with the radio. So I've been in the music business since '94.
So it's over?
Well, I mean, I'll do guest spots. I might do features, but this is it for me. You know what I'm saying? In regards to that. So
how do you feel? How you feel?
Oh, I feel accomplished. Think about it. I knew Snoop when he had a fade. You know what I'm saying? So,
wow.
When he had a fade, I love it.
He didn't have no hair.
He had no hair. He was just a fade. He was just out here.
I worked with Brian McKnight. You know what
yeah,
I'm
man. Man.
Everybody from MC Light to Yo to
man.
I done been in the rooms with the greats. You know
what
I mean?
Man.
And I consider myself a legend in that respect.
As you should.
But at the end of the day, I always told myself I didn't want to be on stage at no 50, no 55. Like at the end, you're not gonna get me making the old school tour. I'm not doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, let the music live where it lives. And if you love it, fantastic. You can appreciate it later. That's cool and whatnot. But my objective now is to help the community, help establish other generational wealth. Create a vision that allows the youth to be like, I can apply, strive to do that. You know what I mean? I look at it from my standpoint. I had a cousin that was on one of the greatest basketball teams ever assembled in college. His name is Stacey Augman with the UNLV Running Rebels.
Talk about it.
Right. My uncle was the first black animator ever at Disney, called Ron Husband. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Ron Husband is my uncle, but then Michael Husband, who was at Howard, established Sister, I think it was Sister Magazine, is Frat.
Wow.
He became a Sigma, right?
Wow.
So I come from a lineage of of first timers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My frat is we do it first.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So
it's the first family. I mean,
Hey, look, I'm glad you said that, because then they'd be like, oh, he vain. You know what I'm saying?
We are the first family.
Right.
I mean,
we still the first family.
But Brad, let me tell you, our daughter, if you didn't hear her scream from the other room, because she heard you say the first animator, the first black animator of Disney. I think is that the guy? I'm not sure if that's who she was. Listen,
she knows who it is. Here's the irony of that conversation that statement you just made.
Okay,
I literally just had a conversation with her because she's into anime and heavy. She's a phenomenally gifted artist, writer, creator in anime, and she's carving her path. But her challenge is, in the conversation we just had last night, she said, Dad, sometimes I get discouraged because I don't see anybody in my field that looks like me. And I said, well, guess what? Some people are built to walk path and some people are built to create them.
Yeah, we might have to tap in and see how we can help elevate that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know what I mean? It's always about chance and opportunity, right? And so for me, if you're given a chance, if you have a chance, you'll be given an opportunity. And so in this case, I'm in the animation world, right? I understand how that works. She just happened to do anime, which is pretty dope, and I can suggest some things that will help put her on the next level in regards to being noticed, right?
There you go.
That's the whole point is,
Oh my God.
being noticed, right? And so, yeah. But in this space, it can be achieved and attained. And the fact that they looking for a lot more people like us that do this is a testament. Plus, she a woman, so she a black female. She doing that, like the sky's the limit. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of being connected to the right situation.
Fred, if you can hear this child, I can hear her through the wall. Oh my gosh! Through the walls. Because she's like, what is the likelihood? Because she was telling me about the first black animator. Matter of fact, Mr. Noise, wasn't it on your show?
Yes.
Gettin and the Girls.
Yes.
And they were talking about the first. It was during Black History Month.
Yeah, because both my daughters are into anime. That is their thing. That is their thing. How about that? 2 little black girls who love anime. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You are the word impressive is underselling. Like I don't even. That's not even appropriate. It's beyond impressive. It's unbelievable. It's anointed. We got to go to the Bible. Yeah. Frat, you are truly anointed. I mean, I need everybody, the noisemakers and all the Frat and sorors, to do something for us. I put this up a minute ago when I was talking about the Stellars because Frat is in the second round of voting right now.
First round.
Okay, first round.
Trying to get to the second round. Yeah.
Trying to get to the second round. Okay, screenshot this, write it down, put it in your phone, whatever you got to do, but go take care of this ASAP. Vote for Frat. It's God's house of hip hop, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So go. I did it last night and voted in. It's very easy to do. It takes about 2 minutes to knock it out. You can now if you want to vote for the other stuff on the screen, that's fine. But your main assignment is to go vote for God's house of hip hop.
Right.
If you feel inspired, if you see your favorite gospel radio station on there, that's fine. Vote for that too. But your main assignment is to vote for Frat, and let's push that on over. Because y'all see that step. Listen, hold on. Let me give you this single screen real quick. Y'all see that Stella right over his left shoulder right now, right? Y'all see that, right? It looks like it's lonely. It looks like it's lonely. See how it's just sitting there by itself?
It needs a friend.
What it needs is a friend.
It needs a mate. Yeah, it does. It needs a mate.
Yeah, get him a friend. Oh, look at that. There's another. I have a black boy who loves anime, not produced, but made us take him to talk. Yeah, my daughter is boy, they.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that anime is real, for real, right? And so the thing about it is, what's going to take it to the next level is when we step in and put our hands on it.
Exactly.
Right? That's what happened with pretty much anything. We come to Gucci and it's not nothing, but when we start rocking Gucci, all of a sudden it's the thing. Louis, you know what I'm saying? Anything we put our hands on. But champagne, Jay-Z comes in and touches champagne, all of a sudden everybody got champagne.
Everybody.
Right. You know, Diddy comes in, does Ciroc, and now everybody got vodka. You know
everybody.
So at the end of the day, anime is one of those things. I mean, even sports, football, basketball, when we come in and we touch it, all of a sudden we elevate it to the whole next level. Absolutely. So with anime, when we start coming in, and you got some real candidates that can help take it to another level. It's just all about getting the opportunity to do so, or being in the room with somebody that knows how to get it to the next level without trying to gouge or take advantage. See, that's the problem is a lot of cats try to take advantage. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, the speed skater. I watched that. I watched that several times because it was a proud moment. You know
Absolutely.
Because we come in and we start infiltrating certain things. It's not that we infiltrate, it's just that we learn them. And it ain't our fault that when we learn them, we know how to take it to another level. You know what I'm saying? Before, remember basketball, they had to change the rules when we start putting it up over the rim. We couldn't dunk it. Remember, it was like, that was a foul. Then it was like, okay, well, you can dunk. Now we start dunking. And then we start putting art on it.
Right.
You know, we coming in this way, this way. We start putting, that finesse on it. So I believe with anime, that's going to be the move. When we step in and we put our hands on it, it's gonna have a whole different type of feng shui to it.
You blow my mind, Fred, because I remember vividly when they kept trying to force the players in basketball to wear suits. They were trying to force them to wear the suits. And then I think it was like Allen Iverson and then was like, We don't want to wear the suits. We want to wear the cornrows. We want to wear what we want to wear. And how much of a big...
Well, they fought against that until it started affecting their bottom line.
Right.
Like, well, I think we need to go ahead and let these African Americans go. You know what I'm saying? Because, if it affected their bottom line. When it don't affect your bottom line, then they come out and they vigorously defend. Yeah. When it affects their bottom line, it's like, okay, I'm going to look over here, but you go on and put them shorts on you wanted to rock. You go on and wear that hat you wanted to wear. We'll handle the complaints. Okay? You know what I mean? So, but yeah, with anime, we only, like I said, we only some people away from it going through the roof from an urban standpoint.
Let me tell you, our children, our daughters, we got to find a way to make it happen for them. My daughter taught herself Japanese.
Wow.
Both of them.
And they write, when she writes her anime, she writes it in Japanese and Mandarin. They went to an international school, so Mandarin and Spanish were the languages that were required, Spanish and Mandarin. So then she was like, well, I want to take it to the next level. And so during the pandemic, when they had to be inside and, online learning, she, one of them was teaching herself Japanese, so that when she drafts up and draws her own, the pictures of the characters, that she could put the captions in Japanese.
I look forward to seeing that, because I'm like, the way you describing it, that's next level. All it takes is for somebody to catch interest, and once that happens, the sky's gonna be the limit. You're gonna have everybody knocking on the door, like, yo, how can we? Yeah, I'm gonna see about helping that situation.
Well, first of all, we appreciate that, Frat. Listen. This, it's funny, and I don't know if it's a Sigma thing or a Jesus thing or a combination thing of the both, but it might be just a Jesus Sigma thing. But it's funny how you just meet somebody and you instantly love you, like within seconds of knowing them, you're like, oh yeah, that's my people right here. Yeah.
It's funny. I believe Jesus was a Sigma. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I think he gave the charter to the founders. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I need y'all to do this.
Right.
I mean, I feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? I just, I don't always talk about it, but that's how I feel as well. You know what I'm saying?
So, I feel the same way.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying for those out there that, he was the first. And family at first.
If you go back to the Last Supper picture, it looked like he's throwing a Sigma sign. I don't know.
He was grabbing the chalice.
He was right. He was like,
when he was sipping,
he was like, do this in remembrance to me.
Yeah, hilarious.
Yeah. I seen that too. And even when he pointed dude out, he was just like,
right. He was like, there he is right there. He's like, there he is right there. I see him over there.
I see you.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just pay attention to the signs is what we say. Just pay attention.
Yeah, they say it's hidden in plain sight. So you might
sometimes
that is
right there. It's right there.
You're gonna have me looking at stuff, dude.
I'm just saying,
right there.
We can't be the only ones that notice that.
That's true.
You gotta want to see it. That's the real challenge. You gotta want to see it.
Oh my gosh,
Frat, there's so much you got going on, man. Please, everybody support everything that Frat got going on. He said it's the last 3 albums, so you got to go back and listen to the last 3, but also listen to everything else he's done. Just Google it, man. Google it. You'll see all the stuff, and then the season is coming. It's you and Tab Brown out here just making seasoning.
Hey, this is actually pretty good too, because it's got so it's coming out. It's got rosemary, onion, garlic, and a hint of cumin.
So, I love good seasoning, Frat. I can't wait.
Oh, no, this is actually.
I love to cook.
I've been burning with it. I'm like, I can't wait for the people to try this.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So.
And what's it called again?
Nice blend.
Nice blend. He's on brand. He's on brand. Nice
and you notice I'm wearing the Angels hat, right?
Yeah.
But my name is Aulsondro, so I have to stay on point with it. You know what I mean? So
Oh my gosh.
Well,
What is
man,
happening?
listen, we're just so proud of you, Frat man, and thank you for jumping on with us and just sharing everything that you got going on. One, without question, one of the most impressive Frat I've ever met in my life. And I thought I was the busiest dude in Sigma, but clearly I'm slacking. I got to get my game because you got stuff going, Frat.
I'm a Jamaican Sigma. You know what I'm saying? So,
Stop it. Are you
What?
Hold on. Stop it.
No, I'm not.
Because I was
Puerto
good.
Rican. I'm Puerto Rican and black. So that's my.
Well, that's
my
kind
He
of.
was going to say, what?
No, I'm not. No, I
Hold
meant
on, Fred.
Jamaican as far as they hard workers.
Well,
You know
hold
what
on,
I'm
Fred,
saying?
because I am a Jamaican Sigma.
Oh.
So that's why I was starting to get excited. Like that explains everything.
No, I'm not.
I literally am a Jamaican Sigma. So
Well, that's what's up.
He said it explains everything.
I'm gonna tell you, Negril is a great place to go, man. I was in Negril and it was just real serene. I mean, I went to all the other ones from
Montego and Kingston, yeah.
But Negril is by far one of my favorite spots. So Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica in the building.
Jamaica,
yeah, man. So I always, like I said, I encourage people, if you don't know who I am, Google on YouTube, go to Blue Notes and you'll see all of my Sigma records. Because I got more than one. Yeah,
how did that? You know what's funny? I probably knew this, but didn't connect the dots. Like until today, I didn't connect the dots because I know when I heard the song just now, I was like, I've heard this, but I didn't know. It just didn't connect all the way. But now it's connected. I got it now.
Yeah, but
I got it
with
now.
that Sigma state of mind. That's what I say. I'm up in DC, down at the Alpha chapter, right next to the founders. I'll be Sigma forever. Lift every voice like James Well when the brain tells, exchange tells. This anthem is kind of clever. You know what I'm saying? So I come with you. You know what I'm saying? You have to go check it out. You know what I mean? You have to go check it out.
God. See, now he's got a song. Because, see, before it was always the Zetas with the song.
Oh, yeah.
So now he like, Fred got a
song? Let me get official permission from you. Because, Facebook be trying to, they be on some shady, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting
it's one of those records that they ain't going to block that because it's not a record that was out.
Okay.
Ain't no copyrights on it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's copyright, but it's not one that you can't, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you can use the record, put it that way.
I'm just saying, I'm going to play the paint off that.
Oh man, you done said something now that you done gave him the green light.
I'm just
Sigma
saying.
state of mind. That's what I'm always in every day. Is the Sigma state of mind. And
come on, when you talk reckless and let them know.
Yeah, when you go and look at that, go really check out the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, oh, this brother's a Sigma. You know what I'm saying? He ain't just the brother that's talking about it. He actually about it.
Listen,
and I was blessed that they put me in the as a notable Sigma. So that was. I was blessed about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so, but I'm still out here working on behalf, of everything.
Shout out to Chris. Shout out to the honorable Chris, who's president, came on this show as well and blessed.
Yes, he did.
Oh yes, most definitely. So I'm out here, man. And I'm gonna still keep pushing and keep going. And if you notice, I'm one of those rare frats that take pictures actually throwing up the frat. If you go look at my
right. I saw it. Yeah,
my stellar picture, my stellar awards. When I'm at Bobby Brown's, when I'm at all day, every day. Now, who's doing that? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I ain't gonna call nobody out. But I want to.
But I just let you know because every time Shaq get a chance,
every time
he gets a chance. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, if Shaq doing it, why not? I can do it too.
He is forever throwing the hooks up at every opportunity.
Is he not? Yeah. So that's where I'm at with it. So if you're angry about it, stay angry.
This is my kind of thing.
I love
it. My kind of thing. Well, I mean, you see what I do every day. I put it right in your face. I don't care,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I put it right in your face too. Look at that. Boom.
Boom.
Look at that. Look at that right there.
Wow.
I love it, man. I love it. I love it.
By the way, that was one of my worst performances ever. You know what I'm saying? I performed at the Centennial, right? And so the problem was my uncle had died.
Oh, wow.
Right? And then my hype man had missed the plane.
Oh, man.
Everything was just thrown off. And then And then they pushed the performance time up because it was like Wale was performing after the fact. So it's like me and my DJ couldn't get set up. They pushed the performance time, and I had to go out there and just
try it. Yeah.
Hope. I did pretty good, but I did not. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm sure that's by your standards. I'm sure the brothers is like, nah, man, you killed that thing.
Nah, the brothers was like, oh man, Frat need help. Frat, they kept it 100, but
they let you know.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, though, those when nobody knows the other things that's behind that. You know what I'm saying? And so having the ability to go out there and do it was like, okay, I'm here. Let's go make this happen. Yeah. And push forward. So in doing so, but after the fact, I still went on to be prolific. You know what I mean? So that one performance don't hinder.
Well, listen, they still put you in the notable, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Listen.
It couldn't have been that bad. They still put you in the notables.
That's true.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. And I appreciate that. Shout out to the Frat for that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
But I'm still building. I'm still creating that
legacy. Love it, man.
So,
love it.
And that's the whole move, is to still create and build a legacy that embraces everything that the Frat, preaches, whether it be brotherhood, scholarship, and service. Like, I'm really about that.
The book can be found anywhere books can be found.
Yep. 50 Shades of Love. It's by my name though, Aulsondro Novelist Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my government. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Make sure y'all don't be looking for the book under EmceeNice. You ain't gonna find it.
Yeah. No, you'll find the soundtrack. You just won't find the book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Aulsondro Novelist Hamilton. Yeah.
Oh.
Now in the audiobook, are you reading the book?
I am indeed.
Okay.
Love it. We love that. We love
that.
There's an excerpt out right now called Should I Tell Her? EmceeNice, and it's one of the excerpts from the book, Should I Tell It? I mean, from 50 Shades.
And then God's House of Hip Hop, the station.
Yeah, God's House of Hip Hop Radio, on powered by Dash Radio. So you can either get the Dash Radio app or you can go to gh3radio.com and check it out. You're gonna love it. You're gonna really love it because we play records that rival anything that's out in the marketplace right now. So if you have never heard Christian hip hop, go to GH3 Radio and you're gonna be like, "Yo, I did not know."
We gotta talk, man, because I wanna. So I was a Christian DJ for years, and I was one of the few people that was playing Christian hip hop early on, like dynamic, even before the end. I'm talking about. I go back to Dynamic Twins and that kind of thing.
Okay,
yeah.
I went to Bible college with Soldiers for Christ.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was rapping there along, and I could not, for whatever reason, man. It just like you said, man. It's been hard to crack that code, but. Maybe we put our heads together. We can figure that thing out because Christian hip hop needs its place amongst everything. It doesn't need to be on.
You're not familiar with what's going on, then. You
need
to come into this world. And,
I need to come over there and see what's going on and see what I can do to help.
Now, Christian hip hop got DJ coalitions, so that you know how you got the core DJs, you got the Fleet DJ. Well, you got Fleet Gospel, you got Coalition Kingdom. These are all DJ coalitions that are on the radio, that are spinning at different clubs, and they're spinning nothing but Christian hip hop. So yeah, it's a whole new world. It's a whole new way. In fact, I didn't get to mention, but I do have a festival coming. It's God's House of Hip Hop 2020 Summerfest. We're probably going to rebrand it as 2020 Fest, but it's me and Chantal Grayson. We are the heads of the festival. Of 75 Christian hip hop, Latin Christian hip hop, and gospel hip hop artists performing.
Wow.
Yeah, and we in LA we rented out the Bank of California Stadium to make that happen. Yeah, so it's a different deal.
Man, that's what's up, man.
Mike Steele. Mike Steele is another dude. Yeah, that's my guy.
He coming with big blue fire energy too.
Yeah. Mike Steele, he that guy.
That's what's up, man. Listen, anything we can do here to support that movement and really everything you got going on, Frat. We know we got you over here.
Yeah.
You know, we gonna hold you down.
It's all good, man. I definitely appreciate it. Make sure we tap in on your daughters and see about really taking that anime situation to another level. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I'm just out here. I come and support Frat, and because I believe at the end of the day, if we don't support one another, then we ain't gonna get nowhere. The problem with us as Black folks is that most of us got the bad case of meism. It's always me, mine, and mines versus we, us, and ours.
Yeah.
So, I'm always one of them dudes that promotes the we, us, and ours. And anytime I can come and help out a fellow Sigma or Zeta, I'm down for that. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what my position is, in the rankings of society.
Well, Soror Kieta Spence, like I'm going a different way now. Soror Kieta Spence, make sure that Frat get all our mathematics so we can make that happen as soon as possible because we got some kingdom work to do. You know what I'm saying?
Righteous.
Let's do this. Man, thank you so much for jumping on with us, man. My God, this has been one of my favorite interviews. My daughter's already talking about it's the best episode we've had. We've been over 2 years.
Was it Azariah? Is that Azariah?
Azaria.
Azaria. That's what's up. That's a dope name. It starts with an A.
Yeah. Those some of the best things in the world start with an A. I mean,
Azaria in the building. Hey. Even A.
That is hilarious.
Listen, again, man, thank you so much for jumping on with us, man, and just and we'll definitely exchange information and we'll talk like soon. Like keep your phone near you.
Keep the phone.
Keep your phone near you. You'll be hearing from us.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's what's up. Thank you, Frat. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man. It's a pleasure, man.
All right, y'all. Go get everything.
Everything.
Makers, Frat, sorors that are watching, go get everything. Support everything. The book, when the season come out, get everything.
When does the season come out?
We're gonna break the news.
Yeah, we're gonna be announcing that only because we're trying to get just being transparent. We're trying to get the show lined up as far as the dates. You know what I'm saying? So that way we can orchestrate the in-store dates for the festival. You know what I mean? And so for me, appreciate that, brother Mike. Go Mob. And so at the end of the day, it's you'll know because the show is gonna be announced. You know what I mean? The seasoning. I did put up a picture with all of the seasonings. So it's a company called Valido's, Valido Foods, and they're out of Texas. And they not just they got the nice blend, but they got some blends out of this world, whether it be from your French fries to your chicken to your all-in-one. They got a whole different. It's a whole different vibe with them. Yeah, it's a whole different vibe.
Okay.
Man, that's so dope, man.
Right down here in our neck of the woods. We in Texas.
Oh yeah, so they're in the stores. You probably just ain't noticing, but because I'm talking about them, they're about to be elevated to a whole nother situation, right? So, going down tomorrow. I don't know if anybody up on the metaverse. I'm doing one of the first ever performances in the metaverse, right?
Oh wow!
Yeah, tomorrow. So that should be quite interesting. So the way the metaverse is, I don't know, for those that don't understand it, I'm gonna just give it to you in simplistic terms. So the metaverse is pretty much, so we live on Earth, right?
Right.
So you got Pluto, you got Mars, you got the moon, you got all these other planets, right? So in the digital world, each one of these metaverses are planets in the sense of, so for instance, there's a metaverse called Decentraland, right? So in Decentraland, you can buy property, right? So a sports company had went into this particular metaverse, bought property, put a digital stadium up. So now they're doing deals with different sports leagues, to showcase the games there. So if you in that metaverse, you can go to that stadium and go watch the game. So I'm going to be performing at halftime of one of these sports games in the metaverse. You see, so and there's different ones out there. That's why you think Facebook changed their name to Meta. Like they got their own verse. They got their own metaverse and the Oculus to so that you can, get immersed in the metaverse.
Wow.
This is the next wave. People don't really understand because they see crypto. Well, each metaverse has its own crypto. So for instance, Decentraland uses the crypto mana. You know what I mean? And then the Sandbox might use another type of crypto. So everybody's trying to get their hands in the position of the whole crypto and the NFT. And the NFT is nothing but, so let's say if I come into Spence's Sigma room, right? In the metaverse, I can look at the wall. He got that 1914 Sigma thing. If I click that, I can buy that. That's an NFT. Right? He might sell it as an NFT. I can click it, buy it, boom, I got it. Or it might be something where I could, if he got a pair of shoes in there, I can click those and be like, I want these pairs of shoes. And then, you can get them shipped in and ordered from wherever. The metaverse is about to be the next wave of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody needs to get up on that, and before we behind once again, not up on it like we should be. So
well, you should get it. You should know about it. Go just go as a guest. Go to Decentraland as a guest and just walk around. You'll be like, yo, this is mad different, only because that's where the world is going. You'll be able to just stay at home, throw on some goggles, and you can go wherever you want. You and the homie, you'd be like, yo, Spence, you throw on yours, I'm gonna throw on mine. So-and-so's gonna throw on, Mike gonna throw on his, and let's go shopping. You know what I'm saying? We go in and we go to whatever and be like, yo, look at these kicks. We talking to each other and whatever. I can buy the kicks right there and they ship to me. You see what I'm saying? So it's a next level type of situation.
So that's so you performing tomorrow night. For those who like
the banner will be up. It'll be up probably in the next 2 hours.
Are you going to be able to access it from your page? Or are you going to have a link?
You have to be a part of the metaverse.
You got to be a part of the metaverse.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it. You have to be a part of the metaverse, and for them, it's a stadium. It's like you go into a game at a real stadium. You walk in. The way the metaverse works is like you're in an alternate reality. So you're walking around as a person. You know what I'm saying? And you can go into the building, you look around, you see the posters on the walls. And if you see a particular person, you could, click that poster and buy the song or buy that NFT, go up the stairs and go into the stadium. And you got this big screen where the game is on.
Wow.
You see what I mean? So I know it's so much to take in, but I guarantee you, if you just learn a little bit about the metaverse, there's a few videos out there that really explain it really well. And then go and experience it for yourself. You ain't gonna get it for the first 3 or 4 times, but once you understand that this is the way it's going, and then get your hand on a piece of property where you can build your own situation there, then when it's time, imagine if you bought Bitcoin at $20 when it was out there. You know what Bitcoin is worth right now? $30,000 per coin. Per coin. Yeah. When it used to be $25, $50, you can get it. And people think I ain't spending that on no digital money. That ain't even. And now you could be super rich if you had your hands on those.
Perishing for the lack of knowledge. Isn't that something?
So NFTs. So I encourage people to learn about NFTs. I encourage people to learn about the metaverse, because that's going to change. Who knows? We may have a D9 metaverse where it's only Frat, that's allowed in.
Yeah.
From the D9, and then all of a sudden this house over here, this house. It's so many ways that you can go in and you'll be able to monetize off of it.
Wow. Frat, when you coming back? That's the real question. We got to get you back on at some point.
When we get to the second ballot, because I'm gonna need more help.
Say less on that. And also, once y'all get the date on the TV show, let's get you back and
most definitely
talk about that as well. But I mean, you're gonna be hearing from us like real soon.
Real.
I got you.
Real soon, for sure. Thank you so much, man. It's just so much. Oh man, you got it going, man. You that dude. You that dude, man. Keep it. Ladies and gentlemen, Aulsondro Hamilton, aka EmceeNice. Give it up. Go mob.
Go mob.
Where's Oh, okay. I was gonna ask you one last question. I thought of it right before I was gonna let you go. Because when does the balloting end? You said balloting the second round. When does this round end?
That's a great question. I don't know right offhand.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, I could get that.
We'll just keep putting it up until you tell us to stop. Or until they tell us to stop. So there you go. And can you vote every day or is it one time?
It's only one time. That's the cold part about it. Like, so it's the battle for votes. Because if the thing about it is your internet, it's only one person on your internet that can vote. So then
right.
You have to go outside of your circle if they're in your family to vote. You know what I mean? Outside of the internet, because the way their balloting system works is that if somebody in your in that household votes, it recognizes that IP address.
So my vote counts for the whole family?
Right.
Yep. Right. So your family would then have to be outside of your network in order to vote.
That's right. We'll drive over to Starbucks.
that's just how how it works.
That's how I know. Listen, I know how to work it. We'll go to Starbucks, Target.
They do it to try to keep it honest.
Well, but okay, that's a whole nother conversation because
it is, and I ain't gonna be a part of that one.
Right. You stay out of that one. You stay out of that one.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all. You know what I mean, and I look forward to communicating. And elevating, communicating and elevating.
Absolutely. Done deal. Thanks, Pat. Appreciate you, man.
All right.
All right. I'm ready to, man. That dude, he made me want to stay up later tonight. I'm clearly not working hard enough. I got to get it together. And Frat Mike still definitely hit us up. And so we can get you on as well. Because it's all love over here. And we all about that collaboration thing, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Man, so many wonderful things he got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to you, Mama Noise.
You could spend a whole show talking about all of the projects and stuff that he's involved with.
I mean, he's that dude. He is that dude.
Mm-hmm.
He is that dude. I like the way he ducked that woman's question too. That was fire.
Like, don't be trying to hem me up.
He said, I'm about my purpose. And, I was like, well played, sir.
Well, you got to appreciate that, because he could have been like, well, you know what I mean?
Well, but here's the thing about it. One of the things about that, and this is just being real, you want somebody that's going to enhance. Like, I have somebody in my life that makes me better. You feel me? She makes me better. So she doesn't take away from what I'm doing or distract from what I'm doing. She enhances what I'm doing. So I get to do more because you're here. That's really what you want. You want somebody in your life that's going to help you do more. You don't want somebody in your life that's going to slow you down. And there's no disrespect to whoever, but it's just the reality. If you got a movement and a momentum going, you want to keep that movement and that momentum going. So, so there you go. As we named the show, Brother Out Here Getting It. He out here getting it. He out here getting it. Mama Knows, how you feeling? Give the people an update.
I'm feeling much better. I have, my moments, but I'm feeling much better. My compression socks help.
Yeah.
In regard to the, but the swelling is night and day in comparison to what it was.
Yeah, that's gone. Yeah, that's gone. Yeah.
So I feel good about that, and the fact that I can kind of navigate around without these crutches. I mean, I may be holding on to the wall, but holding on to things just to steady myself. But to be able to do that, it is a night and day. So yeah. I feel like I am on a great upswing.
You're doing great. Yeah, no, I think you're doing great.
A lot better. And then putting all the weight on, not all the weight, but putting the the balance of weight on both legs. My right leg is like, I'm tired of picking up your slack, to the left leg.
I told you a story to somebody the other day, and they were like, how did she get to this age in her life and never had a sprained ankle? Like, sprained ankle is usually standard for everybody that's out and playing or in a sport or whatever. And how you got to this age and never got a sprained ankle is astonishing.
No, I never had a sprain. I mean, and it'd be different. Matter of fact, Azaria came in here last night. I think it said, didn't you play in any sports? I said, yeah. I told her, she said, even when you played powder puff football, you never got a sprained ankle. I said, no, I didn't get one there. I ran track. I ran the hurdles and even tripped and fell on one of those, when you don't clear the hurdle,
right,
you will fall. But I did not sprain, and I never had any sprains or broken bones until when I broke my ankle back when I had Hananiah and she was a baby. That was the first time I had ever broken my ankle.
Right.
But this was the first time I'd ever sprained it.
Yeah, you skipped right over sprain and went to broken, which is not usually the step.
Well, but for me, I mean, when I was growing up, it was always some kid at school that had a cast, and then everybody was signing it and all that type of stuff, and you like, okay, the other kids was feeling some type of way, like, kids that was like, well, I've been in the hospital so I could get my tonsils taken out so that I could have all the ice cream and the cold jello and stuff like that. But I never had tonsils taken out, appendix. There's just a couple of basic things that were kind of in the category of your childhood that a lot of kids fell into that category. I did not fall in that category. I have my same appendix. I have my same tonsils, and I never had broken bones or a twisted ankle growing up as a child.
Right. Okay. Well, listen, I'm glad you're on the mend because the brother is tired.
Wow.
It's been a long week.
Because a brother is tired.
Brother's tired. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off this week. I'm saying, man, y'all don't understand. Listen, when you have stuff like this happen in your family, it upsets the apple cart. And because families, man, we put together routines and structures, and we say, okay, we're gonna do it just like this. Boom, 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 boom. So all that got interrupted this week. So yeah, man, I'm glad you just about back from the brink.
It's a lot to bear, a lot of burden to carry in additional to your own.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then the other thing is we had some stuff happen that this week meeting wise that we weren't expecting. So that got thrown in, and it's just been a lot. So even I'm yawning because I'm really tired, but I'm energetic because it's been a good week. So, but it interrupts your sleep, and it's just But thank God for that CBD because that helped a lot.
Oh my gosh, how is that going? By the way,
it's going very well. I might say, I have to say, it's going very well. I am still in a good place. Knees feeling fantastic.
Really?
Here's what I discovered about it. You only really need a dollop.
It's not a dollop. It's a dollop.
A dollop. Just put a dollop on your knee. You don't even need, or a dollop on wherever the problem area is. You don't need a lot. You just need a little bitty, like a, and rub it in, and then that sucker works really, really well. Works really, really well. So I'm very happy.
I'm shocked that it's lasting a couple of days.
Well, now you can't do that. Now you gotta. Did
you have another hit of it today?
I've had a hit every day.
No, but I just gave it to you yesterday.
I have a hit every day.
No, I'm talking about the cream.
every day. We've had it 3 days. I've hit it every day.
Oh, I didn't know you had some.
Yeah. I don't be playing. I'm out here in these streets.
Oh, okay.
CBD'd up.
I didn't realize
living my best CBD life.
I mean, I must admit, while I'm on the show, I pull up my Anoint.
I'm just saying.
Lux Meta RX Anoint oil. This smells absolutely amazing.
Are you using it the same way that I'm using it, or are you?
No, I rub it on my hands. You know, I'm a person that I don't like dry hands. I like my hands to be moist.
I have no problem with that. I have no problem with dry hands. I'm good on that.
Well, and because I like moisture on my hands and my nails, it's good for skin and nails, and you know, so it makes everything shine. It makes everything no longer dry, but very moisturized. And again, the fragrance is absolutely amazing. And you know what? I don't think you saw it just yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
One of my high school alumni friends was saying they made a comment on Facebook saying that their doctor had given them. Let me pull that up. Their doctor had given them the green light to take CBD, you know, for their illnesses or their not illness, but you know, their challenges, if you will. And so it's the classmate that I went to school with is a doctor. Her name is Dr. Natrice Gaskins.
Mm-hmm.
And so she said, I tried CBD oil for the first time and she got a little woozy, but she said her internist told her it was safe for her to try. But she said she slept extremely well. So then, because like I said, she's alumni from that went to the same high school as our noisemaker, Alicia Montgomery Dunlap, chimed in and told her this. She said, I'm all stocked up. Use the Lux Meta IRX CBD cooling cream on my sprained ankle, and it was awesome.
I'm telling you.
And then she didn't just say that. She showed, if you look here on the screen, I don't know if you can get it. She showed her box, which is full of all of the product that she bought.
Oh, that looks good. Yeah.
He got well taken care of. If I can see it correctly, she has several packages of the tea.
Yeah.
She's got the soap. She's got the cooling cream. I mean, she is well taken care of. So shout out to noisemaker Alicia Montgomery Dunlap that was like, all I needed to know is somebody was talking CBD, and then I had to let them know that it's all about that Lux Meta IRX CBD. And,
that's good stuff.
Take care. And she happened to have a sprained ankle that she's using the cooling cream on. What's the likelihood? So
it's really good, y'all. I'm not kidding. If this is what CBD is, then I'm mad that I'm late to the party. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really, really good, and it has been such a blessing to have it and to use the product. I'm just thrilled. I could not be more thrilled, and I see myself as a lifelong user at this point because I got to have it.
I mean, you talking about the way you came up them stairs. I know I've said it more than once on the show, but
yeah, you should stop doing that. You should stop saying it. You make me sound like I'm crippled.
No, but I'm saying to you that listen, what I've learned is, you know,
yeah, but it don't sound good though.
A 6'4" man, when you're tall like that, you know, that your knees and stuff like that is a challenge. And so when you put this CBD cooling cream on your knees, it gives you new life. And my husband has been practically jogging around here because of the CBD cooling cream at
Well, but it still sound like I'm crippled, like I'm barely holding on or something.
No, you're not. Listen, I just read to you. Alicia said that she had a sprained ankle and she had she got she had the cooling cream for her ankle. Didn't nobody say nothing about crippled or decrepit or nothing because she's using the cooling cream for her sprained ankle, like me.
You got me out in these streets talking about, oh, he couldn't walk up the stairs. Like I sound like one of them BET testimonials at this point.
No, I didn't say you couldn't walk up the stairs. I just said.
And then he took the miracle water, and now he's better. Wait, what?
You know what?
I'm just saying. Clean that up. That just sounds bad. Okay. Y'all. Listen, noisemakers, we need your help this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
A travesty, if you will, went down this past weekend. And we're still honestly trying to recover from it. Because it was a sad situation. It was painful in many ways. And I don't honestly know. I don't know. I just don't want it to happen again because last weekend, we had the uncorked wine. Mike, we appreciate you. We gotta come through, bro. You gotta come through, Frat. We gotta fix what went down this weekend on uncorked wine because it was a travesty on many levels. The voting. So for those who don't know, this past weekend we had the round of 64 for our ultimate musical March Madness bracket, greatness of all time, and several superstar legends went down in flames in head-to-head competition. It was quite honestly a sad situation. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Boys II Men went out to SWV, which I don't understand. I'm still blown away by that. New Edition lost to the Gap Band. It was just an old show. Like, the oldness kicked in ways that I wasn't prepared for. And some people went down in flames. Maybe the biggest upset of all, Jay-Z losing to NWA as a 2 seed. It was just sad. It was just sad. The only way we can stop this from happening again in the next round is that y'all need to come through this Saturday night for the round of 32, the Sweet 16, and the Final Four. Otherwise, I fear many other legends are going to go down as well. I fear this. I'm nervous. So just come through this Saturday night so we can keep this from happening again because it was bad. I won't hold you. It was bad. Tupac should have went down, but that's a whole.
Well, I mean, what now?
What?
Wow, you get C Major in the chat trying to say to me old ears.
Well, I mean, at one point it felt like that because I'm like, how Jay-Z don't beat NWA? That don't even make sense. So whatever, we'll see how it goes this weekend. But I'm nervous. I'm very nervous.
No old ears. I heard the guy before, but that's not who I roll with, and he's not in my rotation. So I don't think that was. I ain't saying I don't know who that is. I ain't never heard of him. I heard of him. That's just not
we're talking about the greatest of all time. And I'm sorry, but with all due respect,
I heard you the first time. Greatest of all time.
We're gonna listen.
That's why keep in mind that he left doing music and went ahead and started buying up real estate. So
you know what? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Y'all need to call your friends this weekend and keep Mama Noise away from the voting, or nullify her one little vote so it don't have as much influence.
My one little vote.
So it don't have as much influence as it had last week. Killed the whole thing last week. It was terrible. No, I'm just kidding. Tara, go back and watch the show, Tara. You missed it. It was good. Man, it was good. All right. Listen, we got a great weekend coming up for y'all. Cool. We got a great weekend coming up for y'all. Y'all don't want to miss this, please. What? What you laughing at?
See, man, you said I'm talking blasphemy because I said
It was blasphemy. It was blasphemy. It was terrible. It was, but we're gonna right some wrongs this weekend.
Well,
so we're gonna right some wrongs. Because I'm gonna make sure Tupac get out of here. If Jay-Z can't stay, Tupac can't stay. All right. I like messing with Mama Noise.
Yep.
Hopefully Cuz will be back sometime this week. I don't know if he'll be back by Saturday, but he'll definitely be back by Monday of next week. But we got Black Friday tomorrow, so don't miss that. And please go patronize Frat on all of the things that he got going on.
Oh my gosh.
So many wonderful things. It was an amazing interview today. And we appreciate him so much. We'll be back. Go back and watch Believe in the ACC as well. Great show today. Shout out to Charlie Ward. I got my championship shirt on. Y'all see my championship shirt?
What's that say? Fusses?
You don't know Fusses. It's Florida State University School.
Oh.
High school. And this is the players. This is the players and Charlie at the championship. And it says state champs at the bottom. So there you go. He's repping out Charlie Ward today. So there you go.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So a lot of exciting stuff going on, but we appreciate everybody. Love to everybody. Go back and just watch all the shows from this week. It's been a great week. And we're going to wrap it all up tomorrow with another great Black Friday. Just having a ball like we do right here on this show. So thank y'all. Love y'all very, very much. And man, please. Oh, look at that. My guy. Come on, Blue Flame.
All
right. I had to put that out there. See, when the bros come through, boy, they come through blazing.
Yeah, I'm glad because I was wondering.
Stop it. Don't do it. We had a good day. Don't ruin it. You're going to ruin it. All right. We out of here. Peace.